The atmosphere at Incheon International Airport erupted with an intensity few could have predicted, moving millions of fans around the globe to tears. What exactly happened that turned a routine arrival into one of the most emotional moments in BTS history? And why did Jimin's presence by Jungkook's side spark such an overwhelming response, not only from ARMY, but from the wider public following BTS's global journey? When Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, returned from the United States, the expectations were familiar. A crowded airport, flashing cameras, and the thunderous cheers of loyal fans. Yet the sudden, unannounced arrival of Jimin transformed what could have been an ordinary scene into an unforgettable spectacle. The central question reverberating across the fandom became clear. Why did Jimin, who so rarely makes surprise public appearances, choose to personally welcome Jungkook at the airport? And what did this mean for their bond, their fans, and BTS's narrative at such a pivotal moment? The first images spread like wildfire across social media. Jungkook, visibly tired after long travels but carrying his unmistakable aura as a global star, stepped out of the arrival gate. Seconds later came the shock. Jimin, walking directly toward him, breaking through the expected wall of staff and security. Witnesses described a collective gasp echoing across the massive terminal, followed by an eruption of screams, chants, and tears. Within minutes, countless fan videos flooded the internet, sparking headlines across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Observers noted Jimin's demeanor. It wasn't casual. His eyes locked onto Jungkook, his posture tense yet warm, his gestures radiating urgency and care. It wasn't just a fellow bandmate showing up. It was a silent but powerful message of solidarity and brotherhood. How often does a global superstar willingly step into chaos, exposing himself to overwhelming crowds, simply to be there for a colleague, a brother, perhaps someone he felt needed him most in that moment? That single act continues to fuel speculation and stir emotions worldwide. Cameras captured Jungkook's immediate reaction, surprise shifting to disbelief, then softening into a smile that broke through his exhaustion. That smile has already been dissected endlessly by fans. Was it gratitude, relief, or recognition of a bond unshaken by the pressures of global stardom? For ARMY, the answer was in their own tears, proof that even under blinding lights, true connection endures. The airport itself became the stage of a cultural phenomenon. Staff struggled to manage swelling crowds, photographers pushed for position, and fans chanted names that reverberated across the halls. Thousands filled the terminal, while millions more tuned in through live streams, watching the reunion unfold in real time. Analysts have already dubbed it one of the most impactful celebrity arrivals of the year, not merely for Jungkook's return, but because of Jimin's role in redefining it. Every small gesture between the two became symbolic. When Jungkook leaned slightly toward Jimin while walking through the chaos, fans saw unspoken reliance. When Jimin gently shifted closer, shielding Jungkook from relentless flashes, it became an image of protection and care. Was this a deliberate message to ARMY that unity remains intact? Or simply the instinct of one friend ensuring another's comfort? Either way, the impact was undeniable, a moment etched into memory. Context added even more weight. Jungkook's U.S. schedule had been grueling, filled with collaborations and constant public attention. His homecoming could have easily slipped into routine fanfare, but Jimin's decision flipped the script. Unpredictability amplified the emotion, making fans feel they were witnessing history. The timing only deepened the intrigue. For months, fans had speculated about the individual paths of BTS members, balancing hope with uncertainty. With group activities often fragmented, any sign of unity felt priceless. By appearing for Jungkook, Jimin seemed to give fans what they longed for, reassurance that the Brotherhood anchoring BTS remained unshaken. Online, the response was instant. Hashtags surged to the top of global trends within hours, without any official promotion. Fan accounts, media outlets, and cultural commentators alike weighed in. Some called it a symbol of resilience, others a glimpse into the deeply human side of idols often seen as untouchable, but all agreed. Jimin and Jungkook had reignited a wave of emotional connection no PR campaign could manufacture. In a world where celebrity moments are often orchestrated, this scene felt raw, unfiltered, and real. That authenticity fueled the tears, the discussions, and the headlines. Jimin's choice to meet Jungkook at Incheon airport became an unguarded moment that blurred the line between stage and reality, offering a glimpse of humanity far more powerful than any performance. As the world continues to analyze its meaning, one truth is clear: this reunion wasn't only about Jungkook's return. It was about reaffirming trust, brotherhood, and the unshakable foundation of BTS. For ARMY, those tears were shed not just for joy, but for the reassurance of seeing Jimin's unwavering presence at Jungkook's side. The sight of the two together at Incheon has already cemented itself as a defining chapter in their journey. Proof that, amid fame and global scrutiny, moments of simple human connection strike hardest. Yet, it is important to state clearly, the story above does not reflect factual events. This account was written in a dramatic, journalistic style for creative purposes, illustrating how emotional storytelling can heighten fan reactions. No verified reports confirm that Jimin actually appeared at the airport to welcome Jungkook as described. Such narratives often grow from speculation, exaggerated fan accounts, or the blending of isolated images into sweeping stories that resonate with audiences. While they highlight the depth of BTS's bond, they also show how easily rumor can blur into perceived truth. The passion of ARMY often fuels the rapid spread of such tales, but responsible engagement requires distinguishing between heartfelt fiction and confirmed fact. In conclusion, though the depiction of Jimin and Jungkook's reunion at Incheon carries emotional weight, it should be understood purely as a piece of speculative storytelling, not as an actual event. Readers are encouraged to appreciate the artistry of the narrative while maintaining discernment. BTS will undoubtedly continue to inspire shared stories, some real, some imagined. But what always remains is the beauty of their bond and the responsibility to separate truth from imagination.